Alright YouTube, so in this video I will be talking about 5 tips for mental health that really help me, and I hope they help you too, so enjoy. Okay, so the first tip would be to, when you're really going through it and you're really not having a good time at life, go to 7cups.com. It's 7cups.com. It's like the suicide hotline, but it's all anonymous, and it's all done through the internet, so you don't have to actually call anyone. And I know that's really helpful for a lot of people that don't have that or have a lot of anxiety around calling people like I do. So yeah, definitely give 7cups.com a try and just talk to them. Basically, you just sign up for an account. But you just click on the button that says chat with a listener, and you can just talk to someone. And they're like trained listeners. It's all anonymous. The listeners are pretty random. Sometimes you'll get pretty shitty ones. Sometimes you get really, really good ones. And it's a really good website for when you're really having a rough time with life. So if you just need to vent, if you just need someone to be like, God, I got into a sick fight and I feel like shit and they made me feel like crap and now I just need to vent and get all this emotion off of me, go to 7cups.com. Guaranteed it'll help within 5 minutes. So if you really want a quick solution, go to 7cups.com, check it out. Next tip I have for mental health is that do some good meditation. I know that for me, how do I say this? Meditation does wonders. Good meditation does wonders. You really have to find the right meditation that'll work with you. I have my meditation. It's from a particular school of teaching, and it involves breathing energy into different points of your body, and you can feel it. I mean, it's pretty intense. It's pretty crazy. The experiences you have with it. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do. It's hit or miss sometimes with me. I don't know why, but other students have different experiences. But when I find that I'm really going through hell, if I can just calm down and meditate and do a good meditation and breathe that energy of the prana in, it just blows it out, and it's really helpful. Just close your eyes, feel the chakra points, the chi chakra, the heart chakra, and the mind chakra, and you just breathe energy into them. It's blue energy that's kind of invisible. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's real and it works, and I'm a believer. So yeah, do some good meditation. Just shut down for like 5 minutes and see what happens and come back to life. See if you're a little bit more organized. And yeah, that would be tip number 2. Tip number 3, now this helps all the time, is do some yoga. Just go on YouTube, type in 5-minute, 10-minute yoga, and get those stretches in. And I guess I don't really know the science behind yoga, but I know that it really helps a lot. I know that whenever I feel depressed or whenever I feel like I have too much biochemical bullshit going on in my brain, that I can do some 5-minute yoga or 10-minute yoga, especially on the back. Do some back stretches. That shit helps so much. It's not even funny. So do some really good yoga too. That'll really help your mental health, because it's like you get the body moving, and the brain starts kicking in, then your mind starts working, a little bit more clearer. And then you're like, wow, I want to do this forever. I want to stay in this state forever. So yeah, do some yoga. Another good tip for mental health that I find is to shut your phone off. This thing, just shut it off. I don't know what it is, but whenever I shut my phone off, I find that my head clears up. I'm more in the moment. I'm more present. I'm less instant gratification-y. I'm more focused on the long term, I guess. It's just this weird, I don't know what it is. I have no idea how to explain it. I don't even know if it's real. All I know is that when I shut my phone off is that I feel a lot better. Now, I know that contradicts, my first tip, which is go to 7cups.com, but try 7cups on your computer if you have one. Yeah, shut the phone off. Just keep it off for 5-10 minutes and just recuperate. Yeah, so that'll be tip number 4. Now, tip number 5, which I found really helps, is to get a job. Yeah. So I've tried a lot of different things to make money, like side hustles and stuff like that. Not a lot of them worked out. Some of them did. My point is this, is that when you're working alone and you're trying to do this entrepreneurship thing, it can be tough. It can be so goddamn tough to actually create some income for yourself, online, or make a side hustle really profitable or stuff like that. And you can get so lost in it, and you're just consuming information, and you get analysis paralysis and all this stuff and all this crazy shit that just getting a job just solves a lot of problems. And I really resisted that for a long time. And it's like, you can just get some regular bullshit ass job, work it for as long as you want, and not only will you make some money, but 2, you'll interact with people, which is very good for your mental health. And 3, at least in my opinion, and 3, you'll learn that pretty much how to solve problems and move forward. I think that is extremely useful when you're trying to start a business, because you really need to be on your game and you need to solve a problem, solve it quickly, and move on to the next task. I just find it very useful. I got a job at Meals on Wheels. All I do is pretty much pack meals into bags and then put them in a box and then send the box out. It's pretty easy. It's not that physically demanding. And I hang out with cool people all day, at least for 6 to 8 hours. So I find that pretty cool. So yeah, that'd be tip number 5, is just get a job and start getting back into the workforce. I know it's hard, and I know I've listened to one person. He said, how can you get a job when you have depression, and the depression kicks in, so you don't want to get a job? And I'm like, okay, maybe my tips aren't for like major depressives, but for people with some minor mental health episodes. I mean, mine is pretty major. Just try to get a job. Start applying. And I noticed that when I would apply for jobs, it's like it brings me back into reality, instead of being caught up in my own self-image and my self-delusions and stuff like that. The applications that I find that they'll test you and they'll challenge you, and those are good for your mental health, those challenges. It's surprising. So that'll be tip number 5, would be to get a job. I hope some of these tips will help you. I know they really helped me. Tip number 1, again, is to go to 7cups.com and just browse a listener and talk to them. Tip number 2 is do some good meditation, shut down for a while, and breathe that good ass prana in. Tip number 3 would be do some good yoga. Do some good yoga. Just lay on your back, do some stretches. It's great for your mental health. It'll turn your brain on like that. Tip 4, shut your phone off. Just shut the thing off. You don't need it. And tip 5 is to get a job. Not what you wanted to hear, but very effective. Very, very effective, at least in my experience. So yeah, those are the 5 tips that I've got. I'll leave a link below for 7cups.com. If you like the video, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment below, and I will get right back to you. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks. Peace.